Hello, my diamond. SheilaTruelove here with me. I have a question I want to pose to you. Would you rather someone to speak to you tactfully or honestly? Me personally, I don't want, you can keep your tactful. Don't want that because that's associated with being fake and phony and nice. I want you to speak to me raw. Yeah. If it ain't rough, it ain't right. I don't want you to sit around here and try to sugarcoat words. Don't sit around here and tap dance around the subject. No, that don't work. Because when I see that you're speaking like you claim to be tactful, my ears close up. I have more respect for people. Let me show you. Judge Judy. Judy's Justice. Do you see how that woman comes out raw? That's my kind of gal. And then you have Joyce Myers. She is so, strong. She has a strong voice. Yet they're very feminine. They're females, they're ladies, they're women, but they are strong. They don't pull punches. A lot of people say Judge Judy is she's harsh. And honey, I even agree. At times she's harsh. At the same time, she's a straight shooter. There's no room for you to be confused about anything she has to say. I love her so much. I always look at her show at night. Lately, like my new thing is when I go to sleep, I always listen to Justice Judy because it helps you so much when it comes to legalities, when it comes to knowing how to handle situations. I even went so far because I admire her so much. She has this book called Beauty Fades, Dumb is Forever, The Making of a Happy Woman. And it's the New York Times bestseller. Bestseller. This woman makes $147 million a year. People pay to hear someone who's a straight shooter. Why do you think she has so many subscribers, supporters, followers? She speaks, everybody says she speaks so harshly, but they're paying her because she's direct. She's a straight shooter. You keep your tactful comments and you're trying to come at me tactfully. I don't want to hear that. And then when you say that Jesus Christ, he knew how to speak to people tactfully, yeah, he did. And there was a time when it's good to speak to people gently. And then let's think about the times where Jesus Christ had to get busy. He had to speak to you harshly. Let's think about the way he went into the house, the temple. They made his father's house for merchants. He tore that place up, honey. And let's talk about several times that Jesus Christ, he had to come out raw. He didn't sugarcoat nothing. If it ain't rough, it ain't right. Jesus called them hypocrites. He called them wash, clean on the outside and dirty on the inside. He called them all out of their name. Look up in the Bible times when Jesus Christ had to stop being gentle and he had to be more harsh. Just Google it. The times when Jesus Christ had even lost his temper and he had to talk to these Pharisees in the only way that was going to get through to them. And that's what I'm trying to get some of my family members to understand. Nah, don't come at me with that sugar-coated nonsense because it's going in one ear and out the other. And I'm going to speak to you the way that I want you to speak to me. I don't want to hear about being tactful because the Bible says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to be tactful, gentle, and speak kindly or whatever. And then there's a time for when you have to just, you're going to have to light fire, baby. You're going to have to come out of pocket on certain things. And there's some things, you want to hear good news. When you leave a conversation, you always want to feel uplifted. You want to feel like you were heard. You want to feel like you got some kind of healing. At the same time, there are some topics and some subjects that you're just not going to come out like that. It is what it is, regardless of how nice I try to tell you somebody died that you loved. It's just no way of saying that nicely. And that's just an illustration or an example. So me personally, I don't want to have to feel like I'm walking on a landmine. You know, you never know what you're saying that's going to cause them to blow up or say that you're abusing me. You're being disrespectful. What, child, please? What? What? I don't know how to do baby talk. The Apostle Paul said, when I was a babe, I did the things of a babe. But now that I'm a man, now that I'm an adult, I put those baby ways behind me. I speak like an adult now. I should not have to sugarcoat everything. Feel like I'm on a tightrope. You know how you gotta balance yourself on a tightrope? You're talking on eggshells all the time. And when you listen to social media, you're not allowed to say this word. You can't say that word, all these words, because these people have become so overly sensitive. And it's just ridiculous. You're trying to say that people are it's called bullying. No one is bullying you, sweetheart, just because I'm stating the facts, evidence, the truth. It is what it is. And you can't be dealing with people who everything with them is one-sided. That's why I left Jehovah's Witnesses, because everything is so one-sided. Go to their meetings, but they won't go with you to yours. Read their literature, but they won't read nothing that you have. And everything is one-sided. You know, listen to what they have to say, but they don't want to hear what you have to say and take it seriously. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care. They just don't care. Everything, and I was raised 55 years as a Jehovah's Witness, as I have said numerous times, and that's why those people, they are the hardest people to try to get along with. You don't have no friends in that organization, honey. You think that you have a social network, or you think you have a support network? Really? Let me see you disagree with the governing body when it comes to the two-witness rule. When it comes to, you got to have two witnesses that actually saw whoever was raped or abused. If there were not two witnesses there, no, you don't go to the authorities first. Oh, no. You go to the elders. The elders take it to the governing body, and they take it to their legal department. Okay, disagree with that. Disagree with them when it comes to rejecting the emblems on Memorial Day. Jesus Christ made it very clear, you can never be a part of me if you don't eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. Now, Jesus made that clear. Disagree with them. Disagree with them when it comes to their shunning policies and how you're supposed to shun your family, your children, your parents. And if it's not like fully shunning them, they don't want to be a part of the organization, honey. And you go ahead and they say you're supposed to limit. That's some crazy nonsense. Limit your association with your own family. Why? Because they did something wrong? Because they're devil worshipers? No, they're Christians, actually. But you have to limit your association with your family because they don't want to be a part of this group, this organization. I want to see you disagree with them when it comes to their misinterpretation. Oh my God, their misinterpretation about blood transfusions. 1,000 to 2,000 people every year are unalived because of their interpretation. And we know that we can't trust their interpretation because they're always changing their teachings. Oops, we got a new light. But that's just a few things. Now, if you think you got some real friends up in there, baby, disagree with the elders. Disagree with the governing body. I dare you. And then let's see what real friends you truly have. So my point is, people should be allowed to agree to disagree sometimes. And you shouldn't have to lose family members and friends simply for that kind of minute ridiculousness. It's okay not to see everything identically. I don't have to agree with you all the time. And I shouldn't be validating somebody who's 40 years old. Come on. You still looking for being a people pleaser. Please praise me all the time because I'm such a baby. I don't know how to see my worth and my own value on my own. This is ridiculous. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.